Okay, so October 2nd, Easthampton Licensing Board, can I get a motion to open the meeting?
Make a motion that we open the hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so first off, anyone here to speak on anything to the board? It's not on the agenda? No? Okay. So, do you have anything you want to tell us on the get-go here? It looks like the way you've got the agenda laid out here seems about right. Go right through.
Public hearing starts right at
5, yeah, so we'll run right into everything because it looks like New City and then Fort Hill. Anything else? Besides the minutes?
No.
Okay, so we have minutes from September 11th. You weren't here.
Second.
All in favor? Okay, so September 11th meeting minutes approved. All right, so moving right on to 5 o'clock. Public hearing for alteration of premises, 1776 Brewery Company Incorporated, doing business as Fort Hill Brewery. We got a representative for, hello, could you state your name for the record, please?
Sue Dadley.
Thank you. All right, so what do we have?
We are applying to be able to pour in our expanded tasting room and in the new beer garden. Our current permit only allows for the existing tasting room.
Okay. Do we have a layout of what is proposed? Thank you.
Plans? Are there plans?
The plans were approved by the planning board in April, I believe.
You want to start with that?
So the additional tasting room will add another 1,640 square feet. The beer garden, which will be behind the addition and the current tasting room, is another 1,700. And then the porch will be 480.
That's a total square foot addition of 3,840 feet. My math is correct.
I
Thereabouts.
had 3,800.
20. Math is substandard, there's no doubt. Yeah, so explain to us what we're looking at here. Sorry, Rick. So, my understanding from what I just driven by the building is that, so what was before the porch is now going to be enclosed. Is that correct?
The porch was removed,
Porch was removed. Okay.
then the new tasting room was added on, and then the porch will be put back on.
So all this work is coming towards the street?
Towards Fort Hill, yes, Fort Hill Road.
And that's the
And it's
only-
going behind the building as well.
And behind. So
Yes. So-
here, here.
You have like a big picture on the picture board?
Okay.
Is this facing the road?
That would say is the road.
So any of the outside activities are now behind the building as opposed to the porch was in the front facing the street? So any noise and activities are now behind, is that correct?
On back, on the side of it, not the back.
On the side.
Where the silos are. By the silos.
Where are the silos?
But the music will be inside.
Okay. For our purposes here. So this is, whatever, get a copy of
I'm sorry.
it. So this is the building, right? This is the road.
Fort Hill Road?
Yep.
Okay, and East Street is here.
What's that?
East Street.
East Street, yeah,
Okay.
somewhere there. So there was a porch right here.
Yep.
Okay, now that porch was removed.
Yep,
And you're putting an addition off of here.
Correct.
And then putting a porch off of that.
correct.
And,
then-
I'm sorry.
And then the beer garden is going back here. And we have the silos right here.
Okay, and is this enclosed as well?
No,
This is gonna be open.
correct.
So adjoining the now new porch will be a
Right.
beer garden. Nothing new is happening here or
No,
here.
no. And in the plans, we also have, they will be putting in, landscaping and shrubbery for noise mitigation. But our music will always now be on the inside tasting room, on the new expansion. It will never be out on the porch,
Okay.
Never.
never,
You're not gonna have any outdoor
Nope.
music, ever.
ever.
Ever
You're not
again.
gonna come for
It's not gonna
a
be-
special
Hold
permit?
on, hold on, please.
We may, and we have, this was discussed at the planning board meeting when this was approved,
Okay.
possibly in the back between the silos, which would face that field, but it's also that we'll have the sound mitigation. But nothing will be on the porch. People will be on the porch,
Right.
but no music.
No music
Ever.
on the porch, or
Ever.
What?
No live music will be playing on the porch.
Sir, just one moment, just hold on, okay? You will get a chance, just
Okay.
hold on a moment. Okay, so then, where was before, just to bring it all back for us, where would you have live music before?
All right, so say this was the old porch.
Yes,
We would either have it inside right here or in the old porch right here.
okay,
So, and the neighbors are here. So now it will be on an enclosed.
the neighbors
room.
across the street, right?
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
But there's also neighbors here.
I think it's all field back there.
Okay,
There's
this
a lot
is
of
Fort
trees.
Hill, right?
And this
And
is
this is East Street. You drive down this way and there are neighbors here and there's a neighbors across the street.
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay, so where you are, where you're gonna have the music is basically inside, right?
it is inside.
Okay, so the neighbors won't hear it.
Nope.
And you're adding parking along the side
Yes.
and in the back?
Yes.
So
And that's all been
How
approved.
big is this? This beer garden? There's no dimensions on
1,700
this.
square feet.
Can I have like 10 feet by 12 feet? What, how much space?
I think we want to see a larger plan.
Yeah, this is like, you can't read this.
Well, I think that, one thing that was brought up before is that we may want to do a site walkthrough
Yeah.
for this. Just for checking it out for ourselves, because I'm a little,
I'm in construction and I can't understand these plans.
this is the new porch,
Yeah.
this is the new addition.
But what is the size of, what is the usable portion of this that's going to be the beer garden?
Without my book glasses and my glasses, I can't. Okay, well, we know that we're gonna wanna do a site walkthrough.
Okay.
Is there another picture? Is all these-
Yes. That is just, we don't lease the land, we own it. That's
Okay.
just the deed.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Has this been approved by the planning board yet?
Yes.
I believe all of this is it already done or almost done, the construction?
Just about,
Yeah,
yeah.
so it's just a matter of now
Mhm.
coming to you guys with a license permit. So if you did do a site visit, you'll be able to see it.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah.
All right, well then, let's do that.
If I can get the rest of the file.
Oh, yeah. Like, say you do.
And the cars, thank you.
All right, so this is gonna be a little bit tricky, I guess. When is the earliest that we can do this?
Time-wise, you mean in the day?
No, date.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
I can do any time, it doesn't matter, I just have to be after 4 o'clock. Or 10 in the day.
You're open 6 days a week, 7 days a week?
Right now, only 5.
5 days a week. Weekdays?
Yes, 9 to 5. Unless you needed to be there, other than that, we can make arrangements to be there.
So it's almost thinking Saturday. Monday. How about next Monday? Can we meet you there next
Oh, that's
Monday?
Columbus Day.
Fine with me.
That's good. I'm around.
What day is that?
Monday the 9th,
Fine with me.
Columbus Day, at, can we say 5:30? That work? Someone could meet us there at 5:30? 5:30?
Yep.
That's right.
Work for you? I know you do. Okay, in the meantime, so if there's anyone from the public who has something, questions they'd like to ask, just state your name. You had spoken first, sir, so just state your name for the record.
Robert Petroskevich,
Okay.
Fort Hill Road.
Yep.
I just want to clarify that she's saying there's no outside music. Does that include no music in the beer garden?
No, there's no music on the porch.
But you said there will never be any music outside. Now you're turning.
No, I said on the porch, and then I pointed on the plans where the.
say outside.
Right, but then,
You
right,
said completely outside your first
She
statement.
just misspoke at first.
yeah, but
She
then
did it
I,
on the porch,
because
I know that
Eric
has
had
been-
said he possibly wanted something in the beer garden, but it would be facing
I know where
away
it
from
is.
East Street.
Right. Okay.
Ma'am,
My question is,
could you just state your name, please?
Sorry. Jamie Thurber, 11 Fort Hill Road. I just would like to review in my mind what the difference is between the maximum capacity that was compared to the maximum capacity that will be. And from my perspective, it relates to traffic on the road, as it always has.
It kind of is.
Do you understand my question?
I do.
Okay, great.
What's the capacity then, and is the capacity now increased with this? That's
Yes.
a good question. Was that question brought up to the planning board?
Yeah.
Okay, and the answer was? It will be
It was
increased.
increased.
It went from 78 to 141,
I want to say 147.
147.
So it's about a double then. Yes?
And that's all figured out by the fire department,
Okay,
so.
but
Yeah.
we have nothing to do
that
with
has
that.
implications, obviously.
Sure, understood. I mean, I not to completely deflect the question, it was something, if it was going to affect traffic and parking, I would imagine it would have been addressed by the planning board. But, certainly when we do our walkthrough, that is a question we can ask as far as capacity, because all the documents that we received was a little, talk about fine print, I couldn't see it. So, we can find out for you then.
Good.
Okay, sir? Just state your name too, please.
Dirk Turner, 11 Fort Hill Road. I want to follow up on the question. I find that the answers have been ambiguous. I'd like clarification. It concerns capacity,
Mhm.
not simply capacity on the interior, capacity on the porch, capacity on what is now being called the beer garden. It wasn't always called. But it's now being called beer garden. Is there a rule that regulates capacity in an outdoor space? Or is that another flexible number whereby whatever the capacity is for the interior spaces, it can be increased ad infinitum by the outdoor space? That will have direct, serious implications for traffic, and I'm not sure that I've ever heard a clarification on that particular point. Does the fire department, does anyone have rules that governs how many people can be on that site if they're outside?
No, it's only inside.
I don't have that answer for you. Generally, that wouldn't be a question that is asked at the licensing board level. And again, not to deflect the question, but we don't have the answer to that question. And I would say the only people that would have specific answers to those questions would be public safety and the building department.
Public safety and
The building department.
Building.
But I did say that I would find out about the capacity, and that's a question we will ask.
I would appreciate that. I must confess, in my limited experience in Easthampton, I find matters of maximum capacity to be flexible numbers. And what is allowed one day may not be allowed the next day. The most recent example would be the debate between the two mayoralty candidates here in this building, where I'm quite sure the number of people in that space exceeded whatever the legal capacity was, but nobody did anything about it. So I find that these numbers are remarkably flexible. I would like to see clear-cut numbers so we know what we're in fact working with or against.
Okay, sir?
Name's John Knievel, Porter Road. You're discussing about the bands being inside in the tasting room, and the gentleman down the end asked whether the neighbors would be able to hear the bands. And I'd just like you, when you take your site visit, to look and see how many windows are there, and if they're open, how much noise is going to be coming out. And maybe a restriction we put on windows being closed and the air on when bands are playing. That's all it is.
Sure. Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, so we're going to continue this public hearing to our next meeting, which will be the first Monday in November. But in the meantime, we are going to do a walkthrough at 5:30 next Monday, the 9th. November 6th, 5 o'clock. Do you have anything scheduled already for November 6th? Can I get a motion to continue the public hearing until November 6th?
I make a motion that we continue the public hearing till November 6th with a site visit on October 9th at 5:30.
I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, thank you. So we will see someone there at 5:30 on a week from today.
So I'm actually gonna
You're gonna
change it up a
skip to
little.
go right to 1776 now?
Yes.
Okay, so we now, on our agenda, have a special one-day liquor license for 1776 Brewery doing business as Fort Hill. You here for this as well?
Yes.
Okay. So this is for a one-day license for October 14th from 12 to 6 at Nonotuck Park.
We were asked to participate in the Harvest Fest,
Mm-hmm.
to pour beers, so in which case we would need the
Mhm.
one-day license.
Okay.
It's not being held on our.
Yes. What are the hours there again? I think it's
12 to 6.
12 to 6. Ray, do you have any questions on this?
No, I'm not.
Kelly? Anyone from the public have anything on this? No? Okay.
I make a motion that we approve the one-day license for 1776 Brewing Company doing business as Fort Hill Brewery for a one-day permit for October 14th, 2017.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Two places. Next up, we have New City Brewery. Hi there.
Hey guys.
How we doing? Good, how are you?
Good, good, good. Can't
So-
believe it's October.
Yeah, we just scheduled something for November.
Yep.
It's really
Wow.
scary. Really scary.
I didn't sign it.
So one day, October 14th,
Sure.
on site.
It's on site.
What is it?
It's our second anniversary party.
So why do you need a one-day permit?
We're gonna have quite a few people there, and I'm gonna modify our premises a little bit for the day.
Oh, you mean putting up a fence outside?
I'm gonna do similar to, I brought a little diagram, I'm sorry if it's a little small, but this is my space here. Current beer garden is here, this notch, sorry Ray. Get that in there. So our current beer garden is here with a fence.
Yeah.
And for this event, these 10 parking spaces here, we're gonna fence off. And this little patio area as well. And then we'll have a door person here, it'll be sealed at this end, so people can't come and go. And then we'll have 2 food trucks and a tent here. So it's just to allow us to put some porta potties out and a snow fence that covers these spaces. And obviously some more people, some more accommodation for people. That's pretty much it.
So it's across the street?
No. The current entrance is here.
Oh, I'm sorry, yes.
Yeah, the current entrance is here. So these are usually the parking spaces right out front of the beer garden. We're gonna section those off, but no.
Okay.
All the parking for patrons will still be here.
Okay.
Pretty straightforward, but it was my understanding that if we were gonna have more people, then it would, and change the layout of the space, it would.
Yeah, it's the change the
Yeah,
layout.
change the layout.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I have no questions.
Anyone in the public have anything they'd like to add? No? Okay.
Make a motion that we grant the one-day permit for New City Brewery for October 14th, 2017.
I second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Hope you guys can make it. You have everything you need?
I have everything. You want me to mail it to you, or did you want to pick it up?
I guess you can nail it.
Okay, all set.
Thank you.
See ya. Okay, so, Pulaski stuff. How you doing? So, we're doing a couple of things here? Or is it technically just one thing that
No.
covers 2?
It's 2 things. So
Two
it's one
things.
application.
Mhm.
So the ABCC has changed their applications, and you're able to do 2 on 1. You can do multiple. So they're taking advantage of that and doing 2.
Mhm.
One of which is the change of manager. And the second is the change of beneficial interest. And Ray, just to clarify that for you.
Okay.
So change in beneficial interest, and this says right here, includes change of officers or directors. So that's why they have to do that particular, okay?
I'm happy with that now.
There you go. So, that's why they're doing that. They, needed to remove Scott Bishaway as president, and Bob Mosinski, or Robert Mosinski, is now, acting president, so.
You're Bob.
These
Okay.
are your 2.
Thanks. Need a woman's ring, you know?
So, it's pretty straightforward. So, the new manager of record is you.
Mike Flanagan.
Okay?
Okay. Good.
questions, Kelly?
No, fine.
This goes on top of it. Okay. You have any questions, Brad?
No, I just,
It's okay.
no, I was just
Take your
reading
time.
this there, you know, but it's changed. I'm fine with it.
Just have to make sure it's put back in.
Takes a lot getting those applications in order.
Wow, hey.
Checks are.
You need
Can
to
I have
sign.
like a
After you
motion?
make a motion.
I'm just nervous. She makes me nervous.
I make a motion that we approve the change of manager and change of beneficial interest for the Pulaski Club.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So this is just one space.
Yes, yep. At some point, you won't even have to sign those, that'll be just an automatic.
At some point, maybe
I
we
click
don't
a
even
button.
need to be here.
Yeah, no.
It's gonna be all you,
No.
judge, jury, and executioner. Looks like you guys are all set.
Thank you
Yep.
very much.
Good luck.
You're welcome, Bob, take care.
Do you have anything else you'd like to discuss with us?
You guys didn't approve the minutes, did you?
We just,
Yes. No,
I did not. Did you turn them?
I did not, we haven't adjourned yet.
Oh.
would you like to make a motion?
I make a
to
motion
adjourn?
that we close the meeting.
Second that. You second that?
No, I'm all set.
No, you got a second, right?
You got a second?
Oh, I
for closing the
second.
meeting. Yeah, he
Yeah.
seconds it. All in favor?
I
Opposed? Meeting is closed.
Good.